Assertiveness is the art of getting what you want and avoiding what you don't want. So, for example, this is how to stop behaviour. First, you can say, please don't do X because Y, where X is a behaviour that you don't want to happen, and Y is the reason why they should not do this behaviour. For example, you can say, please don't make so much noise because you're disturbing me and you're disturbing the other people in the library. This works better because people are motivated by incentives, and especially incentives that relate to themselves. The clearer you are about the reason why they shouldn't do something, the better. So first, 1, please don't do X because Y. And next, 2, if you carry on doing X, I will Z, where X is the behaviour and Z is the consequence. Z is a sufficiently deterrent threat, which you must be prepared to carry through with. It's no good making empty threats. For example, please don't swear in public because there are children present, and I'm sure you are not the sort of person who wants to swear in front of children. If you carry on swearing, I will have to call security. Then, if they don't stop, you can follow through with your threat. The point about this is that you're giving them the autonomy to make the decision. You've made the behaviour that you disapprove of very clear, and the consequence. If they carry on with the behaviour, then, inevitably, they will face that consequence. The bigger the consequence, the greater the power to dissuade them. But it's better that they do it themselves, and therefore you can also focus on the reason. Make them want to do what you want them to do. Ensure that they know why they shouldn't do this behaviour. Next, how to encourage behaviour. 1, please can you X because Y. 2, if you do X, I will Z. X is the behaviour you want. Y is a reason, which ought to make sense, but even empty reasons can increase the chance of success. For example, there was a psychology experiment in which there was a line for a photocopier in a library. They found that when a subject said, "Can I go in front of you in the queue?" often the answer was no. But when the subject said, "Can I go in front of you in the queue because I need to make some photocopies?" then there was a much higher likelihood that they would say yes, even though the reason wasn't particularly valid. So we have, please can you do what I want because this reason. Second, if you do what I want, I will. And now Z is the minimum acceptable incentive. Start slightly below acceptable and increase. For example, please can you help me with my project? Because I don't understand the mathematics part. If you help me with my project, I will take you for a coffee. If they refuse, maybe you can say, how about dinner? And beyond that, maybe you can offer money or other incentives. So this is how to stop behaviour and how to encourage behaviour. How to stop behaviour? Please don't do X because Y. If you carry on doing X, I will Z. X is the action, Y is the reason, and Z is the threat. How to encourage behaviour? Please can you X because Y? If you do X, I will Z, where X is what you want, Y is a reason, and Z is an incentive. This technique is highly scalable. You can use it to negotiate with a child or with a multi-million-dollar corporation on a big business deal. It's underpinned by the idea that most people want to approach pleasure and avoid pain. When you understand what they define as good and bad, then you can better understand how to help them and create a win-win deal for the both of you. Bear in mind that most people want to be respected and dislike being disrespected, and therefore being polite is not only courteous, but also efficient.